more in like when people try to set up things and they try to do things and you know, asking, is that ordinary? Sometimes I think that we try to do things, but things sometimes happen in a very servicey way, and it, you know, it kind of it belongs in service land. So I think that's one of the things that we've started to do, like asking the question, and is that part of ordinary life? You know?
During this last year, we think that we've got better at listening to people and supporting them when and how they want. And we can certainly see, can't we, Duncan, that during the year we've listened more to at the times people want their support, and we've become more flexible around that, and we've listened to when people want us to be supporting them and where. So that's been really good.
We've also discussed, I don't even remember last time when John came, John's asked me to say that something that's very ordinary for John is John owns 3 cats. The house doesn't, they're John's.
Right.
And John cares for them, supports them, feeds them. But unfortunately one of them's gone missing, Tommy. So John's obviously quite upset that Tommy's gone missing. But we're going to put posters up and we're going to say, like, Tommy come home, and a phone number for anyone that sees Tommy to contact John, to let John know where Tommy is. And that's obviously the ordinary part of, like, where John's quite upset that Tommy's gone missing, but even though John knows he's still got Bella and Jess.
Good luck.
The first group we set up was the Change One Thing group, and it's a peer support group for people with learning difficulties to get together, think about what they want to change in their life, how they're going to do it, and supporting each other to make the changes. And then they come back together regularly on a weekly basis to tell each other what they've been doing and how they've been making progress. And that's been going really well. And the next group they're going to set up is a healthy relationships group to help people think about what stops them having healthy relationships, or what problems they're facing in relationships, and how they can make changes.
Quite an interesting one. Towards the end of the summer, we arranged an Ordinary Lives event between Vibrance and 3Cs in a park, in Woodford Park, where we run a cafe. And it's the park where I usually walk my dog. So I couldn't attend the event without taking my dog, because I would have felt extremely guilty. So I took my dog along, just as a sign. And it was really interesting what happened, because, you know, quite a few people, service users, obviously really enjoyed the dog, but started talking about experiences of dogs, particularly, you know, how important dogs have been in their life, you know. And I think to the extent that people are getting quite emotional and nostalgic thinking back, and it set us thinking about, you know, how important pets are to people, you know, just the general population of, you know, sort of having a sort of a loving creature in your midst, and a purpose, and for exercise and all those things. And that applies just as much if you're someone with a learning disability as if you aren't.
Another project that we're doing is some work on sensory stories. And this is really something that's much more about working with some of the people with higher support needs that we work with. It's about using stories as small pieces of text, but just involving things which sort of items, really sort of quite straightforward items it can be, which involve sort of touch, taste, sight, and sound sensations. And it, already in some of two of the sessions that we've had with Joanna Grace, staff who've been involved and have been working with some people that we support, they're already starting to you know, see a real change in how you know, they just to basically sort of get to know people much better.
What we are doing is looking at all our policies in a person-centred way. So rather than having specifics and saying, for example, if it's talking about people's money, to say only have £100 in a cash tin at any time or something like that, we're looking at having agreements in person-centred planning meetings that are much, and maybe the agreement is that people don't need to have a set amount, but they can have any amount they want. But just trying to make it much more everything much more person-centred.
Recently, we had a recruitment drive for a particular project that was led by the people who were part of the project, and that was something new in the organisation, and that has made us so So we used that as a pilot for something that we said that we would do here, and we, if you like, we've used that, and we've decided that we will completely change recruitment through the organisation and look at how we do it, and that we use that service users are involved, but involved in a real meaningful way.
Again, we've recognised that we could do better at working with family carers. So we've recently set up an informal kind of coffee morning for family carers at Alfreda. So that's a big step forward for us.
We've been talking about what an ordinary life is at a team meeting. So we talk to the staff and say what an ordinary life is for them, and how we portray that an ordinary life for people we support. And one thing we've started to do is look at the way we work with people, especially around risk assessments. And
recently, David used to go to Shapers, a kind of local hair salon which had low impact exercise machines. But they closed down, so he's just recently decided to get a personal trainer. So he's going along to his local sort of community centre. So it's got everything there. It's got the doctors, the dentists, and then it's got a leisure centre and the library and everything like that. So he's going along and accessing that and kind of really enjoying it, aren't you? Yeah. 2 or 3 times a week.
You're an example to all of us, David.
Yeah.
Great, thank you.
What did you do this year? Emma moved out into her own flat.
Oh, great, Emma.
There's a smile.
That's big.
Hi, I'm Baz, and I went to the cinema for the first time in over 15 years. First with my support worker and then with a friend, and I went to go and see the Mandela film. The last time I went to see a film, like I said, it was 15 years ago, and that was when I was watching the Titanic.